So, Matt Gordon, we're going to talk after this. So I'm going to read my piece from the journal, and then I'm going to read a few old things and some new things. The piece in the journal is one of those silly poems where the title kind of spills into the poem, where I kind of hate those, but sometimes it's necessary. It's not my favorite. The old dog history will do its tricks, lie, roll over, play dead, fetch, to keep us safely in our place. But it's greener where the dog defecates, someone pleads, citing the unlatched gate, a sign from God. I'm trying to believe something other than a tombstone awaits with our names. So some sort of older things that some people are slightly familiar with. So I do these jazzphorisms, so they're like jazzy aphorisms. People kind of like them, I don't know why. Yeah, you would like them. Jazzphorism, don't. Don't do as the day dictates. You need to be a bad note now and again. Then the listless will listen. No, what's wrong? And if it wasn't this, it'd be something else. Jazzphorism, the current scene. In God we tryst, he's the company we keep trying to save. We're laying the devil down in the details, the fine stitching. Cotton is still king, still ivory. Picture it pristine, but a funky indigo under a lumilight. They say something's got to suffer for a smile to fit on a lip. Jazzphorism, a human touch, and nimble fingers to knit these knots, and not for naught, for every noose needs a nape, or is it every nape needs a noose? Either way, a neck is a nuisance. And the last jazzphorism that I'll share with you. Jazzphorism, turn your lights down low. We gotta be economic with our affection. Love could break out, might kink up, conk out, terrorize your tortoiseshell. Be afraid of the voodoo you don't do in the monk's mood minute. What's rare is precious, precious. So let's keep it few and far between these sheets. So these new poems that I'm working on, hopefully it'll be a series. We'll see once I get further into them. But right now there are only two, and the series is called Music for Mussolini. There's always an occupation, a book on the shelf, a rifle at someone's back, always a feeling and a clock on the wall. Clumped salt in the shaker, ships on the horizon, be it stars or starvation, compasses are pointing, embarrassed by all these bodies undone in the daylight, somewhere between silver and shadow, Old Testament and tomorrow, you sit on a hill like Lipo, your heart swollen like the feet of Sisyphus. Music for Mussolini. And there's no telling, but I'm certain I'd like to be dust swept from the mausoleum floor, and there are days like this when I wake in the same body, and what I want the least shimmers like an earring in the lobe of a lover, and I think you are the broom pushing everything out of reach. And the last poem I kind of like to finish with is in the memory of my late mother. So it's called The Front Seat for My Mom. When I was 14, they put me in the front seat of an ambulance. Some things a child, they called me a child. Some things a child shouldn't see, kept away like God, confined to the spaces between pages, viewing the world but not in it, never able to do anything anyone can point to with any degree of certainty. Some things should be left to mystery, to magic, a pinch of prestidigitation, and voila, now you see, now you don't. Magic, dark magic. What kind of games are we playing here? Wait, it's not your turn. They put me in the front seat, her in the back. She could have lived. Could she have lived? She could have stayed. Could she have stayed in my arms? My arms, even if she couldn't. My arms. They put me in the front seat, her in the back with a stranger. That chilled steel box, that unshaven man hunched over, offering her a blank expression. They put me in the front seat. I was thinking, in the blaring quietude of a silent siren, I was thinking, waiting patiently at a red light. I was thinking, things must not be too serious. I was waiting. They drew straws to determine who would tell me, but mine was the shortest. Mine was non-existent. I lost. They let me see her. They let me see her. I saw her, but with test tube tentacles, it wasn't her. It wasn't her. So much waiting. Why is there so much waiting? I'm expecting an arrival. I'm always expecting an arrival. I'm looking on streets you've never walked, in faces I find. I'm listening for your voice in the rain. I have a tape of your voice. I'm afraid to listen, afraid I won't recognize. I'm listening, your voice, the rain. I'm listening, your rain. I'm losing you all over again. Memories fading, rain. I'm listening. I dream you. Not often, but I dream you. I can't catch you, but I dream you. And each night after, I eat the same meal, get in bed at the same time, in the same position, looking, expecting an arrival. They put a man on the moon, but I don't want the moon. I want a device to record and play back my dreams. I don't mind eating the same meal, getting in bed at the same time, in the same position each night, but you're not there, in the only place we can meet. I don't know why you keep falling like rain. I'm listening. Thank you.